So this is Summer, and this is my daughter's best friend.
Yeah.
Now, Abigail, if you're not familiar, Abigail is 14. She is nonverbal. She's never spoken a word in her life. She has autism. Summer is, how old are you, 22 now? 21, still 21. Summer is 21, and she's a college student, and she's obviously verbal and all that, but they have a special way of communicating. And I've been talking about making this video for a long time. It actually turned out way different than I thought it would. So you guys don't communicate differently. You do, but you don't. She says the same things to you that she says to us.
Yeah.
But her communication is way different with you than it is like with parents or even with her brother for that matter.
Yeah, 100%. Can I sit here? You have the pillow?
So that's the thing is like I thought we would find something like just amazing and groundbreaking.
Right.
But really what I found by watching you guys communicate is it's very typical.
Right.
And I gotta come clean, I gotta be honest. When we first started calling you like our daughter's best friend, it was very like, it was cute and it was like she reacted differently to you than she did other people. But I didn't see it as like a traditional best friend relationship. But now I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's how you guys communicate.
Yeah.
Is like best friends, where she communicates with us like parents. It's crazy how typical it is in a very non-typical situation. I mean, let alone the fact of her developmental delay and her autism, you also have, 7 years on her.
Yeah, even though I'm technically a caregiver, even when I'm doing caregiver things, her and I don't look at it that way. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's not the same dynamic as like when y'all are getting her ready in the morning versus when I am. She looks at it like, oh my gosh, we're getting ready for the day, us girls.
Right.
But versus when it's with y'all, it's like, okay, we're getting ready for school. Let's just get it over and done with.
And that's what kind of hit me, especially since you moved in. Summer moved in. She's going to college here. If you're just, just meeting us. So she moved in. We've known her for a long time as a family friend. But like that's something that I noticed too. That at first I thought it was just, you're more fun. You're more easygoing than parents are. So she has more fun. But then I realized it's like seriously like girl time. Like, she enjoys that time with you. And then a respite worker that we have for Abigail, Becca, and Becca's your friend, same thing there. Like you guys go out and hang out just as the girls.
Yep.
So let's say Abigail is requesting something to eat from us versus something to eat from you or requesting to go somewhere, whatever. What is the difference between us and then how she does with you?
I think the difference is first, I think that she requests a lot more things with me. And I think that's because part of she wants those things, but also just wanting to be able to have that communication. I mean, that's the only really things that she can talk about are the couple modified signs that she has. So when she's trying to like have girl talk and like hang out together, that's all she has. So she'll like tap on me and laugh and ask to eat food. And I'm just like, no, we're not gonna have food now. Or she'll ask me to go on the cart for 20 times after we just got home from being on the cart. But I totally feel like it's a, hey girl, how you doing? Like, what are you doing on your phone?
Right.
What TikTok you watching? Like, can you change the music for me so we can listen to a different Justin Bieber song? Like, it's so different. So
that makes sense. Yeah, like when you're sitting around with girlfriends or guys sitting around together, not all of your conversations have depth and have meaning. Sometimes you're just talking to socialize.
Right.
And I think you're right. I think that's what she's doing. She's like, hey, golf cart, and you're like, no. And she's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just this fantastic little back and forth that you guys have. So what is different then between just like the communication? I know that Isaiah communicates differently with his friends than he does with us. Does that exist as well with Abigail?
I do. I think that even though she doesn't have words, but even when you're like with somebody for a long time and then you like Becca and I, like we say a lot of the same things at the same exact time. It's like that Abigail will look at me and I know exactly what she's thinking. Like, let's go run upstairs real fast. I'm gonna try and wrestle you because I want to wrestle, or like, I don't know. There's different looks, and I know that's hard to explain. Like,
no, it's unspoken language. I think everybody has that when they spend a lot of time.
Right. You look at somebody and you're like, you can just tell like, oh, go look at what's happening over there just by a look.
Right.
So it's like that with her and I. So
the language and the communication that you guys have, that's different than it is, between us and her. It's almost like, like I said, when Isaiah's hanging out with his friends, he talks differently with his friends than he does with us. I think everybody has that, no matter what your level of communication is.
Right.
She's definitely behaves differently around you. So since we're being honest, that there's always that I'm like, oh, I wish she was as happy around us as she is around her friends around Summer. And then I really, again, with you moving in here, I was like, okay, this makes sense. Every teenage girl is happier around their friends, hanging out with their friends, than they are with their parents. Like that just makes sense. So it was that reassurance. And another thing that was like, this is a legit friendship. And you have lots of other friends and stuff like that, and she does too. She has other people that I would consider her friends, but you are definitely her best friend. Like that is, you're her bestie. So it's awesome that she has that. So I'm okay with her being happier around you. That's normal. It's how it should be.
Yep.
So has anybody ever thought that it was bizarre, or do you think it's strange at all that you guys are such good friends, like beyond the caregiver side of things, beyond the fact that you live in the same house? Like, do you find it odd?
I've had a couple people, because there's a lot of explaining when it comes to Abigail, just because she's not related to me. She's like, people are like, wait, you live there with them, but you're not family. But they do think it's odd. But once I explain it, they're like, oh, that makes sense. And then it changes also, like when I bring friends here who have never met her. They see her and they see my relationship and they're like, oh, that makes perfect sense. Like, it just goes. It just makes sense. So people do think it's odd, but once you explain and they understand the way she communicates and the way her brain works, it all comes together.
Well, and friendship can be based on an intellectual level as well. Like people do need an intellectual level playing field to associate with sometimes, as far as friendships and people that they associate with. So, but that, you don't have to have that in every single person either, because obviously you guys are not cognitively at the same level, right. But you get that from other people, just like she gets it from her friends at school and stuff like that, being at level playing field with other people. But I think that maybe had answered a lot of questions as far as people that have been watching us for a long time, how that relationship works, and explains a lot. It's really much simpler than you might think it is.
Right.
They like each other as people. And
we just hang out. Even though she doesn't have words, like one of my closest, I feel close to her. I feel like she feels close to me. Like, it doesn't matter that she doesn't say actual words. She makes lots of noises, so that kind of makes up for it anyways. So. Love needs no words. Love needs no words. Merch. I'm not wearing that shirt. I'm not. Neither am I. I have an OG Fathering Autism shirt on though.
Well, thank you for being her friend.
Of course.
It means the world to us.
Yep.
And thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped to explain a lot of things, and you got to see all that super cute communication between the two of them.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
What's up? All done? You want me to be all done here? You want me to take a break? You do? Okay, I'll come with you. You want me to come with you? You want me to come sit with you? Okay. Come on, do this way. We're gonna go eat dinner with a little bit. Can I sit? I can't sit. Oh, I can't. No? This is, ha. Hey. Can I sit now? No? Later. Can I sit next to you? Oh, thanks.